All right. So for people who are not in class or want to do revision, we're going to show the process of connecting to VAXMUSH at our current numeric IP address. So I am here in the terminal on my own computer. Um, I don't really know how to show you that because from a terminal perspective, it's like, what makes this a computer? Well, I can see that the only people signed into this are me, and I can find out my name. And here, this is the information about my current MacBook computer. I guess I could say tree, and I don't know, maybe the millions upon millions upon millions of files on my, oh my lord. Yeah, that's too many things to look at. This is my home computer. Never mind. Let's just pretend it is. To connect, we have to use the command SSH. If you're using Kitty or one of the iOS clients, then you're going to have to put this information in the fields. But if you're using a Mac, you can just type it in. SSH. I'm going to put my username, which for me and VAXMUSH is Mr. Carl. And then I'm going to type in that IP address. See if I have it memorized yet. I think it's 51.20.44.138. Was that right? 51.20.44.138. Well, that was right. Good for me. When my password shows up, this little key icon here means that sometimes it could just be a dark cursor. It means that whatever I type is not going to show up. So I just typed my password. Maybe you heard the clicky sounds, but no cursor show up. But I have confidence. I have faith. I hit enter. And now I've logged in. Now, there's a bunch of reasons why I'm excited to use this. You can see here that my ID has changed. If I say, who am I am now Mr. Carl. And if I say who, hey, look, there's a bunch of 11th graders still nursing a connection. This is a command line environment on an Ubuntu server system that is we're running. We are all in here together. So for opening day, all we really talked about is the fact that we have files and folders here that we've made some things. I've talked a little bit for different classes, but we can make new folders by using the mkdir command. You can see I've made a new folder. You can make a new file by using the touch command. And you see these new things fit in. We've said our editor is called micro. And if you type micro in a file name, it will give you the empty file name. You can write some stuff. The keyboard Control S. If you walk down here, as soon as I hit Control S, you can see this plus means that there's some unsaved text. Save it like that. You can quit using Control Q. Actually, new file is a bad name. I'd like to change that, so I'm going to call the move command. And I'm going to move from new file to type to micro basics.txt. So that will be the text file where I keep track of instructions on how to use micro. ls is the list stuff command. You can see files in subfolders, and if you know the full path, I could say micro. I'm using the tab key, which is hard to see, but when I say tab, I mean this key up here. So when I type py and hit tab, it completes and puts that slash in there. I want to type that file. If I hit P, there's only one file in there and it only starts with P, so if I hit tab, the rest of it comes in. And here you can see that because I've opened a Python file in Micro, you get nice syntax highlighting, so it looks like Python. And that's pretty much it, except for you're going to find when you log in next, you're going to have this weirdly named folder called BashCrawl stable in your folder. I want you to explore it. I want you to walk in there, cd, and in here, you're going to have kind of a game to play. We're going to use a couple of new commands. While we can open a file, like this README file, we can open it with Micro and also make changes to it. There's a faster way to just see the text. If we type the word cat, it will just display that text right there on the board. And it drops us right back to the prompt. So we don't have to like load an editor and come out. From here, we are going to walk into change directory into the folder here that we can see as by it being a slightly different color on my terminal. That means it is a folder. We're going to enter the entrance, look around, look at the stuff. And every time we see a thing that is in white text, we can type cat and we can read what's on that scroll. It says it is pitch black in these catacombs, but we have a magical spell that lists all the items in a room. That sounds great. To see around in the dark, we type ls. That's our list stuff command. To move around, we're going to type cd. That's change directory. It's our change directory command. So we've looked around here, and it tells us we should go into the cellar. All right, we've listed stuff. cd. Ooh, there's some more scrolls. So this is what we're going to be working on and playing around with in class on Friday. If you want to take a look at it before class, you are welcome to. Can't wait to see you guys in class and on VAXMUSH. When you're done working here, you can type log out, and it will close the connection and drop you back to your home computer. If I do that, that means the next time I want to connect, I can just hit the up arrow, and my SSH command is still saved in history, ready to go.